Hey there, everyone!
Welcome back to our Health Channel Senior Envision, where we dive deep into the truths about staying strong, vibrant, and healthy, especially as we age. If you're over 60 or care about someone who is, today's video is going to hit home. We're talking about something that might surprise you, something you're probably doing every single day, thinking it's good for you, but it could be quietly harming your body. Specifically, we're going to focus on your legs, your mobility, and your strength. Have you ever noticed that, despite eating well, exercising, and doing everything you've been told is right, your legs feel weaker? Maybe the stairs seem a little steeper than they used to, or it takes just a bit longer to get out of a chair. You might be wondering, is this just aging, or is there something else going on? Well, hold on to your seat because today, we're going to uncover a silent mistake that so many seniors make without even realizing it. It's not about what you're not doing. It's about what you are doing every single day with complete confidence because you've been told it's healthy. I'm talking about eating fruit. Yes, fruit, the natural, colorful, good for you food we've all been encouraged to eat since we were kids. But here's the truth no one talks about: not all fruits are your friend as you age. In fact, some of the fruits you're eating regularly could be subtly weakening your legs, aggravating your joints, and making it harder to walk or stay balanced. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which fruits to avoid, why they're causing trouble, and what to eat instead to keep your legs strong, your joints pain-free, and your body moving with ease. So, stick with me, because this could be the wake-up call your body's been waiting for. And if you're ready to take charge of your health, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single truth we uncover here. Let's get started. Now, before we dive into the specifics, let's take a moment to understand why this matters. As we age, our bodies change in ways we don't always notice right away. Our metabolism slows down, our circulation weakens, and our joints become more sensitive. The foods that used to fuel us in our 20s or 30s might not be doing us any favors anymore. Fruits, in particular, can be tricky. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, but they also contain natural sugars, acids, and other compounds that can affect your body differently as you get older. For seniors, these compounds can lead to inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and even reduced muscle strength, especially in the legs. You might not feel the effects immediately. There's no sudden pain or flashing warning sign. Instead, the damage builds up quietly, day after day, until you notice that your calves ache after a short walk, your knees feel stiff when you stand, or your ankles swell up for no apparent reason. That's why we're going to break down the 7 fruits that could be silently hurting your mobility, and what you can eat instead to support your strength and vitality. If this resonates with you, I want to hear from you in the comments. Type 1 if you're ready to learn and make a change, or 0 if you're not quite convinced yet. Your voice matters, and I'm excited to have you with me on this journey. Let's kick things off with the first fruit on our list: pineapple. Oh, pineapple! Juicy, tropical, and oh so refreshing. It's like a little slice of paradise, right? For years, pineapple has been celebrated for its health benefits, especially because it contains an enzyme called bromelain, which is supposed to reduce inflammation. Sounds perfect, doesn't it? But here's the twist for seniors: pineapple might be doing the exact opposite of what you think. Instead of soothing inflammation, it could be quietly fueling it, especially in your legs. You see, pineapple is loaded with natural sugars and strong acids. Those sugars might seem harmless, but they can cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels. When you're over 60, your body doesn't handle those spikes as well as it used to. Your blood vessels, especially the tiny ones that supply oxygen and nutrients to your legs, feet, and muscles, become more delicate with age. A sudden surge of sugar can stress these vessels, leading to reduced circulation over time. And what happens when your legs don't get enough oxygen? You feel pain, fatigue, and swelling. Maybe you've noticed that dull, dragging ache in your calves after a short walk, or stiffness in your knees when you stand up. Perhaps your ankles feel sore even after sitting all day. That could be pineapple at work. But it's not just the sugar. Pineapple's acidity is another culprit. That tangy, zesty flavor comes from acids that can irritate your joints, especially if you're already dealing with arthritis or inflammation. It's like pouring fuel on a smoldering fire. Those acids can make the burning sensation in your knees, hips, or ankles worse. Some seniors even report feeling a heavy, sluggish sensation in their legs after eating pineapple, as if their strength is slowly slipping away. And here's something else to watch out for. If you're taking medications, especially blood thinners, bromelain can interact with them, making them either too strong or not effective enough. The worst part: pineapple doesn't come with a warning label. There's no immediate pain or obvious side effect to tip you off. Instead, the damage creeps in slowly, until one day you realize you can't move as easily as you used to. It's heartbreaking to think that the fruit you've been eating for its health benefits might be contributing to the weakness you feel in your legs year after year. So, what can you do? You don't have to swear off pineapple forever, but if you're dealing with persistent leg pain or swelling, it's time to cut back and pay attention. The harm is real, even if it's subtle. If you're nodding along, thinking about that pineapple in your fridge, let's keep going, because the next fruit might surprise you even more. Next up is a fruit that's practically a staple in every household: bananas. Soft, sweet, and packed with potassium, bananas are often touted as the perfect snack for energy, muscle health, and preventing cramps. Sounds like a dream food for seniors, right? But hold on. Bananas might not be the muscle-friendly fruit you think they are, especially if you're over 60. Here's why. Bananas are loaded with natural sugars and fast-digesting carbohydrates. When you eat a banana, your blood sugar spikes quickly, and for an aging body, that's a problem. Over time, frequent blood sugar spikes can lead to insulin resistance, which weakens circulation and increases inflammation. Guess where that inflammation hits hardest? Your legs. You might notice a dull soreness when walking or climbing stairs, a heavy feeling in your legs after meals, or stiffness in your calves that just won't go away. It's like your body is working against itself, even though you thought you were making a healthy choice. There's more to the story. Bananas can also cause fluid retention, especially if you have heart issues or poor circulation. This leads to swollen feet, stiff joints, and puffy ankles. Things that make every step feel like a chore. The effect is so subtle that you might not connect it to that banana you ate for breakfast. You think you're helping your muscles, but instead, you could be draining your strength bit by bit. And here's the kicker: the damage isn't immediate. It builds up over weeks, months, even years, until you find yourself struggling to get around like you used to. If you're someone who eats bananas regularly and you've been noticing heavy, aching, or swollen legs, it might be time to rethink this healthy habit. Don't worry though. We'll talk about better options later that will actually support your muscles and keep you moving. For now, let's move on to a fruit that's small, sweet, and deceptively innocent: grapes. Grapes. Those tiny, juicy bursts of flavor that are so easy to pop into your mouth. They're a go-to snack, often praised for being heart-healthy and full of antioxidants. But for seniors, grapes might be causing more harm than good, especially when it comes to your legs. The problem lies in a sugar called fructose, which grapes have in abundance. Fructose is processed directly by your liver, and when your liver can't handle it all, it turns into fat and uric acid. That uric acid builds up in your joints, your toes, ankles, and knees, and triggers inflammation. Ever felt a sharp, burning pain in your big toe at night, or a nagging stiffness in your calves that makes walking feel like a chore? That could be grapes quietly raising your uric acid levels. Fructose also fuels chronic inflammation throughout your body, which slows you down, stiffens your joints, and makes every movement feel heavier. What makes grapes even trickier is how easy they are to overeat. They're small, light, and don't fill you up the way a meal would. Before you know it, you've eaten 2 or 3 cups, and all that sugar adds up fast. For seniors, this can lead to reduced flexibility, weaker legs, and more discomfort over time. If you've been snacking on grapes, thinking they're a safe, healthy choice, it might be time to reconsider, especially if you're noticing swelling, stiffness, or pain in your legs. But don't worry, we're not done yet. There's another fruit that's just as deceptive, and it's one you probably associate with hydration and summer vibes: watermelon. Watermelon, light, refreshing, and practically synonymous with summer. It feels like the ultimate hydrating fruit, right? Low in calories, mostly water, and so satisfying on a hot day. But here's the shocking truth: watermelon might be sabotaging your legs. Despite its watery texture, watermelon has a high glycemic index, which means it spikes your blood sugar almost as fast as candy. For seniors, those spikes are bad news. When your blood sugar surges, your body releases insulin to try to regulate it. But as we age, our bodies don't manage insulin as well, leading to inflammation, especially in areas with poor circulation, like your legs. You might feel leg fatigue right after eating, a dull ache during short walks, or persistent swelling around your ankles. Climbing stairs might start to feel like scaling a mountain. The worst part: watermelon's light, juicy texture makes it easy to eat in large amounts. One slice turns into 2, then 3, and before you know it, you've consumed a ton of sugar without even realizing it. You think you're hydrating your body, but you're actually stressing it out, causing inflammation and straining your circulation. If your legs have been feeling more tired or swollen lately, that watermelon on your plate might be the culprit. But don't despair. We're going to talk about fruits that actually help your legs later on. For now, let's move on to a fruit that's synonymous with health and immunity: oranges. Oranges, bright, zesty, and packed with vitamin C. They're in juices, smoothies, and breakfast plates everywhere, hailed for boosting immunity and keeping you healthy. But for seniors, oranges might be hiding a painful secret. The citric acid that gives oranges their tangy kick can irritate your joints, especially if you're already dealing with arthritis or inflammation. That morning glass of orange juice you've been drinking for years, it could be contributing to the stiffness in your knees, the ache in your hips, or the discomfort in your legs after sitting for a while. Citric acid doesn't just stay in your stomach. It enters your bloodstream and can inflame the delicate tissues in your joints, making every step feel heavier and more painful. On top of that, oranges contain natural sugars that can cause blood sugar fluctuations, which, as we've seen, lead to inflammation throughout the body. For seniors with aging joints and slower circulation, this is a double whammy. You might think you're doing your body a favor by eating oranges, but they could be working against you. The saddest part is that oranges are so deeply tied to the idea of health that it's hard to imagine they could be causing harm. If you're noticing more joint pain or slower movement, it might be time to cut back on oranges and see if it makes a difference. But we're not done yet. There's another fruit that seems like a safe, low-sugar choice, but could be causing unexpected pain: green apples. Green apples, crisp, tart, and often seen as the healthier apple because they're less sweet than their red counterparts. They feel like a wholesome, low-sugar snack, perfect for seniors watching their diet. But here's the catch: green apples might be quietly contributing to leg pain and stiffness. The culprit: malic acid, which gives green apples their sour flavor. While malic acid is fine for younger people, it can irritate an aging digestive system and, once absorbed, inflame your joints. Some seniors report hip or thigh pain after eating green apples, while others notice a subtle burning in their feet or tightness in their knees. It's not immediate. It builds up over time, making the pain more frequent and intense. Even though green apples are lower in sugar than red apples, they still contain enough natural sugars to cause blood sugar fluctuations in seniors with slower metabolisms. This can lead to leg cramps at night, morning stiffness, or a general feeling of weakness when climbing stairs, because green apples are often eaten raw as a snack, sometimes even right before bed. Their effects linger in your body, quietly chipping away at your mobility. If you've been reaching for green apples thinking they're a safe choice, it might be time to rethink that habit. But don't worry, we're almost through our list, and we'll soon talk about fruits that actually support your health. First, let's tackle the final fruit, one that's rich, tropical, and dangerously sweet: mango. Mango, the ultimate summer treat, juicy, soft, and so sweet it's practically candy. Who doesn't love a ripe mango? But for seniors, mangoes might be the most harmful fruit on this list when it comes to leg pain and joint weakness. Why? Because mangoes are a sugar bomb. They're packed with natural sugars that cause a sharp, rapid spike in your blood sugar. In your 20s or 30s, your body might handle that spike just fine. But after 60, your metabolism isn't as forgiving. That sugar rush triggers an insulin spike, followed by a crash, which leads to inflammation deep in your joints, especially in your ankles, hips, and knees. If you have nerve issues, you might even feel a burning sensation in your toes, or a tingling that just won't quit. Swelling in your feet, heaviness in your legs, or a general sense of sluggishness can all be linked to mangoes. The tricky part is that mangoes feel so light and refreshing that it's easy to eat a lot of them. One slice becomes half a mango, and before you know it, you've consumed a massive dose of sugar. That sugar doesn't just affect your blood, it stresses your entire system, weakening circulation and making your legs feel unsteady. For seniors, this can mean slower walking, more pain, and less stability over time. It's tough to hear that a fruit as natural and delicious as a mango could be working against you. But for aging joints and weaker circulation, it's a reality. If you've been eating mangoes regularly and noticing more discomfort in your legs, it might be time to cut back. Alright, we've covered the 7 fruits that could be quietly harming your legs: pineapple, bananas, grapes, watermelon, oranges, green apples, and mangoes. Each of these fruits, despite their health halo, can contribute to inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and reduced mobility in seniors. But here's the good news: not all fruits are off limits. In fact, there are some amazing fruits that can do the opposite. They can support your legs, reduce joint pain, and keep you moving with ease. Let's talk about those now, because eating the right fruits isn't just about satisfying your hunger. It's about healing your body. First up, let's talk about berries. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, you name it. These tiny fruits are absolute powerhouses for seniors. They're low in sugar, high in antioxidants, and gentle on your blood sugar levels. Most importantly, they're potent anti-inflammatory agents that improve circulation, especially in your legs. Better circulation means less stiffness, less swelling, and easier movement. Whether you're walking, climbing stairs, or just getting up from a chair, berries can help you feel lighter and more agile. Sprinkle them on yogurt, blend them into a smoothie, or eat them fresh. They're a fantastic choice for keeping your legs strong. Next, let's talk about cherries, but in moderation. Cherries are incredible for reducing uric acid, which can lower your risk of gout and joint pain flare-ups. That burning sensation in your knees or toes. A handful of cherries might help soothe it. The key is to keep portions small. Think a handful, not a whole bowl, to avoid any sugar-related issues. Cherries can be a game changer for seniors dealing with sore joints or inflammation, so try adding them to your diet and see how your body responds. Then there's avocado. Yes, it's a fruit, and it's one of the best for joint health. Avocados are packed with healthy fats that reduce inflammation and cushion your joints, making movement smoother and less painful. They also help regulate insulin, giving you steady energy without the blood sugar roller coaster. Mash some avocado on toast, add it to a salad, or just scoop it out with a spoon. It's a versatile and delicious way to support your mobility. If you're looking for something easy to digest, try papaya. This tropical fruit contains enzymes that reduce inflammation and support digestion, which is especially important for seniors with sensitive stomachs. Papaya is gentle on your joints and helps keep your body in balance. Slice it up for a snack or blend it into a smoothie for a refreshing, joint-friendly treat. Finally, don't overlook pears. They're subtly sweet, high in fiber, and gentle on your blood sugar when paired with a bit of protein, like a handful of nuts. Pears provide steady energy without stressing your legs or joints, making them a smart choice for seniors. Try slicing a pear into your oatmeal or eating it as a light afternoon snack. Each of these fruits works with your body, not against it. They don't cause swelling, stiffness, or discomfort. They help you move better, feel stronger, and wake up with less pain. The key is to choose fruits that match where your body is right now. Aging doesn't mean you have to give up on delicious foods. It just means being smarter about what you eat. When you start making these conscious choices, you'll notice the difference: firmer steps, smoother movements, and clearer mornings. Let's wrap this up with a heartfelt message for you. If you've made it this far, I know you care about your health, your strength, and your future. Aging isn't easy. Those aches, stiffness, and fears of losing your independence can creep up on you. But here's the truth: you're not alone, and it's not too late to make a change. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. Just start with small, intentional choices. Swap out one of those harmful fruits for a handful of berries. Pay attention to how your legs feel after you eat. Listen to your body. Every meal, every fruit, every decision is a chance to take control. You're not just getting older, you're getting wiser, and that wisdom can help you reclaim your strength, one step at a time. I want to hear from you now. What did you learn today? What's one change you're ready to make to support your health? Drop it in the comments below, because sharing your story inspires others. If this video opened your eyes, even just a little, give it a like. It helps us reach more people who need this information. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a video that could change your health for the better. Type 1 in the comments if this was helpful, or blue if it wasn't quite what you expected. Your voice matters, and together we can keep learning, growing, and staying strong. Here's to resilient legs, pain-free steps, and a healthier you. Stay vibrant, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video!